things are happening, so stay tuned for all the very latest here on the channel. It's been Barcelona Day, up in the air, because Barcelona saw Joao Cancelo arriving, then Rodri arriving. Today will be time for medical test and contract signing. But to add something more on Barcelona, I wanted to return on the situation of Victor Gyökeres, because I'm receiving many questions from you regarding Victor Gyökeres. There were many reports in Spain in the last 24 hours that Victor Gyökeres might be the right man for Barcelona if they can't get Julian Alvarez. With maximum respect, guys, with all the sources, anyone has his own information. I have my own information, others can have their information. I'm telling you what I'm told. At the moment, from Barcelona, there is no confirmation of any operation Gyökeres started. I try to update you on daily basis, and like on the Rodri case, I was telling you, the Rodri mission has started. Joao Cancelo, the deal is going to happen, it's a matter of time. So there is a moment when a deal, especially this with big ones, the deal is doing the click to understand that it's entering into important stages. That click between Barcelona, Arsenal, Victor Gyökeres is still not there. At the moment, there is nothing really concrete ongoing. No conversations, no negotiations, no discussions. Then, should anything change, I will let you know. But at the moment, the feeling at Arsenal is that Victor Gyökeres is going to stay, is that Mikel Arteta is happy with Victor Gyökeres. Mikel Arteta believes Arsenal need a player like Victor Gyökeres in the squad for his skills. Last season was still scoring a lot of goals. And also, not just in terms of numbers, in terms of contribution, Arsenal are convinced that the second season in the Premier League is going to be different. So Arsenal are very optimistic about Gyökeres. Then, if Barcelona arrive and the click happens, I will let you know. But that's not the case for today. So at the moment, the situation of Victor Gyökeres is absolutely quiet. Talking about strikers, I also wanted to...
And maybe this is why they're interested in Victor Osimhen. Again, a player that Arsenal been showing a lot of interest in. As I said yesterday, it would cost around about 60 million plus to try and sign him. However, news today that the Galatasaray president, Dursun Özbek, he informed some of his closest advisors that he does not want to sell Victor Osimhen at any price. Now, that's what he's saying at the moment. We've seen it already in this transfer market that minds can be changed when the amounts come in. But they're digging their heels in. They don't want to sell Osimhen. However, we do know that Victor Osimhen is keen on a move to Arsenal. So going to have to wait and see how that one develops out. It could be a real sort of one of those sort of domino effect type movements that we see here. If Arsenal did sell Gyökeres, then they move for Alvarez or Osimhen. Or is it that they're looking to add one of those as well as? Because if you lose Martinelli, you're losing another forward player. And what's happened to the left winger? I mean, it's still lots to be done by Arsenal. 2 weeks left of this transfer window. What are they going to do? We will keep you up to date with for Kai Havertz, and I'm talking about Victor Gyökeres. Kai Havertz at the moment looks to be the starting forward for Arsenal. And listen, it's still early in the season. That could change. But Victor Gyökeres being linked with a move away from Arsenal today. El Chiringuito TV. They're the ones that are coming out with this statement today through their journalist, Jose Alvarez, who claims that Barcelona are expected to make a move for Victor Gyökeres. Now, we know that Barcelona have sold Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres has gone to Paris Saint-Germain, and they're looking for a forward player, and they are interested in Victor Gyökeres. Of course, the number one player that they would love to sign is Julian Alvarez from Atletico Madrid, but that's proving very, very difficult for them. Atletico Madrid digging their heels in, saying, we are not going to sell to you. So they're turning their attentions to other centre forwards, and they're said to be very interested in Victor Gyökeres. Would Arsenal sell him? As I said, he hasn't started games, been coming under a lot of criticism as well. This pre-season, unfair criticism as well. I don't get it personally. He scored 21 goals last year in his first full season for Arsenal. Of course, we won the title. 14 league goals. I think it was 5 in the Champions League in his first season. I don't think that was too bad. I mean, listen, we all want a 25, 30 goal a season guy. Maybe he could do that this season. Maybe aesthetically, sometimes he's not the greatest on the eye, but listen, what's it about? Being great on the eye, like a Jesus, but you don't score loads of goals, or scoring goals. He's been scoring them and attracting the interest of a club like Barcelona. Now, would Arsenal sell Victor Gyökeres after one season? That would be really, really surprising if that happened, but listen, you can't rule it out. We know that they are also interested in Julian Alvarez.
Okay, we start the show with some major breaking news of a deal done. I do believe, Chris Reedy, you have a bit more on this?
Absolutely, yeah. Newcastle, they've completed the signing of Amar Dedic from Benfica. Fee of around £29.5 million, 5-year deal. He arrived yesterday, Sunday night, in Newcastle. Has now completed that medical. Newcastle, of course, without a fit right back before he'd arrived, Perry. Hence the push for him to arrive. They've got a massive game against Liverpool on Sunday. We know, obviously, Kieran Trippier has left the club to go to Wolves. Livramento has been out since the World Cup, hasn't he? So it was a real key one for Newcastle to get over the line. But yeah, we can confirm today, Amar Dedic is now officially a Newcastle player, Hayley.
OK, just adding a little bit more to that, £29.5 million and a 5-year contract as well. Working with Matthias, again, he says, was a big factor for me. These quotes just in, he says, we know each other well. He knows what I can bring on the pitch, and I'm really happy to be playing for him again. He talks about playing Premier League football at St James's Park, and that's going to be...
Cristiano Ronaldo has admitted this is probably his last year of football, as he detailed his thoughts on retirement in an interview with Vogue. Ronaldo said, I've my future all mapped out. I have so many things to keep me busy. But to tell you just one thing is hard. Because football could leave a big hole, you have to fill your time in various ways, not just one. And you also have more fun, travel more, because after all, it's been 25 years with a lot of sacrifice.
Good evening, and welcome to this update on 2 of the biggest number 9 stories currently running through European football. We start in Catalonia, where sources close to the Barcelona hierarchy have indicated that sporting director Deco has opened internal discussions regarding a move for Victor Gyökeres. This isn't a fresh appearance on their list. The Swedish striker has been monitored by Barcelona's recruitment department for close to 18 months, dating back to his production at Sporting Lisbon. What's changed is the context. Barcelona's financial restructuring, tied to La Liga's spending regulations, has left the club unable to move quickly in previous windows. That picture is now shifting. My understanding from conversations with people inside the building is that Barcelona view a centre-forward addition as a priority for the next available window, not a luxury. The club's recruitment staff have logged extensive data on Gyökeres' movement patterns, his hold-up play, and crucially, his release clause structure, a detail that matters enormously given Barcelona's financial constraints. Now, turning to North London, Arsenal's interest in Victor Osimhen has been a recurring thread since last year, and it hasn't gone away. What I can tell you is that Arsenal's recruitment team have kept a dedicated file open on the Nigerian striker throughout this period, tracking his situation at Galatasaray closely, including release clause conditions and buyout mechanisms written into that agreement.